सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। Yes.
So in the last class, we were talking about pain and pleasure. You had mentioned that pain is a fact and pleasure is imaginary. That pleasure is absence of pain. So, what is the proof that pain is a fact? How do we say that is real? Well, both seem real to us. And is pain my default state because I'm identifying with body, mind, and
Repeat.
spirit? Okay. What is the proof that pain is a fact?
What is a proof? Pain is a fact. Your experience is the proof.
But
Your
then
experience.
pleasure is as real as pain for me. But then you're saying this is not real. This is a fact.
Have you compared the two? Which looks more real to you? Which is more real? Pain looks more real to you. Pleasure, as you are experiencing pleasure, there is something in you keeps telling it is going to, you are going to lose it. It is going to end. Correct? As you are experiencing it. When it comes to pain, anyone who has pain, first thought is what? There is no end to it. Is it not? Simple thing like headache. Simple headache you get. Migraine. Huh? Feels like what? It's not going to go away. This has no end. Something which is not having an end is what? Permanent. As you are experiencing, you feel. I'm not claiming. Vedanta is not claiming. Your experience is what Vedanta is showing to you. But you have to see that standing a little apart. Only to the eyes. Whatever Vedanta says is truth. Only to the eyes which is not colored. You are colored, then you will not realize all these things. Then you will think, there is pleasure in life. This pain is also there, but then pleasure is going through all this pain is worth for that little joy of life, sir. Is what you genuinely believe, is it not? Little objectivity, if you have, you can see the truth. That's a proof. Anything else?
So pain is my default state. As long as
No.
I
That is where Vedanta differs.
No, as long as I identify with body, mind, and
Correct.
pain will be my
Exactly,
default state.
correct. Pain is your default state when you are ignorant. When you gain knowledge, bliss becomes your default state. So it depends on what you are going to, where you are going to identify. If you identify yourself with the little self, then pain is your default. Pain is real. Bliss, non existing entity. Pleasure, imagination. If you understand yourself to be the Supreme Self, if you identify with that Supreme Self, then bliss becomes a reality. Both pleasure and pain, unreal. It doesn't exist. Yes.
Even when one identified with the little cell, a life is can be made up of it. Life is Dvandva. So
Correct.
when you say it's Dvandva, then should it not be equal pleasure and pain, even when you identify with the little cell?
Dvandvas doesn't mean equal. There are two things existing. What are the opposites here? One is real, one is imaginary. The opposite. You're establishing my statement. Thanks. Thanks for good support. You're thinking it as pleasure and pain. I'm not talking about pleasure and pain. I'm talking about one is real, one is imaginary. That's opposite, no? Not at all. What is real, what is imaginary? Pain is real, pleasure is imaginary. World is correct, huh? Yes.
Sometimes pain will be blessing in disguise also. Then it should be welcome.
When you're going through pain, or after you are doing postmortem analysis.
Postmortem.
Postmortem analysis based on the consequences.
Yes.
The first client who threw you out, first employer threw you out of office, did you say it's a blessing, sir? After that, you started doing some business. After that, you underwent certain losses, and then you made some money, and then you became big. Then you say what?
It was a
That was a blessing. Otherwise, will you say it is a blessing? Then, so your entire analysis is based on what? Consequences. If consequences are palatable, then everything is a blessing. If consequences are unpalatable,
it's a curse.
painful consequences, then will you say blessing? Both are blessing, palatable or unpalatable. Alam prasada buddhi. You don't get it naturally. You have to cultivate it. You got to slog to develop that attitude. What we call as this prasada buddhi. Beautiful attitude. Buddhi. Everything you take as prasad. Prasad comes from the Lord. It's his prasad. When things are all going fine in your life, you can talk about prasada buddhi. Right? Tomorrow, when you have a problem, it's prasad from the Lord. Tumor in the brain. Now, will you say prasad? You go and tell that person, prasada buddhi you have here. He'll kill you. See, when things are all more or less, that is why we say, remember to gain this knowledge when things are more or less okay in your life. Don't try to learn this philosophy when you are in the high or when you are in the low. Not in the peaks, not in the valleys. It's of your life. You can learn this philosophy. Tragedy is people come always either the peak or in the valley. Mostly in the valleys. Right? Very rare to find a person who is in the peak, coming. Because when you reach the peak, you feel insecure. Can't stay there. That's why you come. You get scared. Same way, valley of life. I'm saying, not literally. But you don't live your life either on the peaks or in the valleys. You live your life on the plains. See, the plains only your life is. So don't, go to the high of emotions or low of emotions. High experiences or low experiences. Try to learn these things when things are more or less okay. That's how we take insurance, no? You take insurance when things are fine with you. Vedanta is an insurance, life insurance. True life insurance this is. And the death insurance, not for you. Life insurance is not for you, or others. You are securing not yourself, you are securing others. To secure others itself, you are paying so much. To secure yourself, how much you should pay? You have a car with you? Car. You wash your car? You have a person to wash? How much you pay?
1,000.
In a car?
Rio and Swift.
So 2 cars are there. So both the cars put together 1,000. It's okay. You have a house? Have a maid? You don't clean this, huh? How much you pay?
It is between 5 and 6,000.
How big is your house?
3 bedroom. 3 bedroom is super built up area is about 23 squares, 2,300 squares apartment.
2,300 square feet. What's the size of a car? 8 by 5? Biggest? 40. 40 plus 40? 80 square feet. 80 square feet to clean, he is paying 1,000 rupees. 2,300 square feet cleaning, he is paying 3,000 rupees. What is the rationale? In the logic.
Car cleaning, you will take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. House cleaning, she will take 3 hours.
Proportionately, you see, no, you are paying more to the car fellow. How much more? Actually, you should pay him how much? 100 rupees. Try speaking to him for 100 rupees. He'll kill you. Economics is correct. Like, you saw, no, calculations. 40 square feet, 40 square feet. For there, I'm paying 2,300 square feet. I'm paying only this much. This is only 80 square feet. Look at the proportion. Or else what you have to do? You have to pay that much to the maid. How much you have to pay? You have to pay half your salary. If you take that same proportion, no. See, don't go by arithmetics. If you go by arithmetics, life becomes, very complex. We don't understand what the logic is. See, you have to learn things, how you pay. Your life you got to invest, man. Your life you have to ensure. How much of effort you have to put in. No one is interested. Logic of life. Weird logic this is. Anyway, first 10. First 10 we have to do.
Vasathiranavishwangah Putradaragradisho Nityam cha samachittatvam Ishtanishobhapattisho Vasathiranavishwangah Putradaragradisho Nityam cha samachittatvam Ishtanishobhapattisho.
Non-attachment, non-infatuation with son, wife or home, and constant balance of mind in desirable and undesirable happenings. Another three qualities he gives in this one verse. Asakti means non-attachment. Sakti is attachment. Sakta is attached. Asakta is non-attached. Means detached. So if I have to explain this attachment quality, I have to take that book, Holocaust of Attachment. Right. We'll go for another 1 year. Entire book is that one quality. Attachment. Attachment means constant thinking. So he says attachment. Constantly you're thinking about something. Positively or negatively. You see, both are attachment. Constant thinking. Your thoughts were running in that direction on its own. Today. Why? Because in the past you have been thinking in that direction all the time. How you think? You think it in two ways. Either wanting it, wanting something, or not wanting something. Remember, either case, what is it called? Constant thinking. Constant thinking is equal to attachment. Right? So certain things you want, certain things you don't want to happen. Certain things you want to happen in life, certain things you don't want to happen in life. That's attachment. Mostly what we do is when you say not wanting is taken to be detachment. I don't want. People take that to be detachment. That's not detachment beat. That is also attachment. Attachment in the negative sense. See, I don't want this to happen. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. Or I don't want. I don't want. I don't want. Either case, what is it? You're thinking about it. No? Anywhere you think, you are running away or you are running towards. Generally, it is easy for us to understand attachment when you are running towards something. See, when you are running away from something, you will never understand. The person who believes that life is secured when I have wealth, wealth will give me, money will give me security, money will give me happiness. Deluded fellow. Another person says, wealth is the problem of life. So he is running away from wealth. Vedanta says both are deluded. Now we think the man who is running away from wealth to be renunciate. He will not touch money. No cash. Only GPay. I saw one tea stall. No GPay, only cash. I saw that 2 days back. Fellow was just, Chennai, like last week. So he went out for breakfast. So there was one cart, and he has written there, no GPay, only cash. Very interesting. Running away is difficult to understand as attachment. You see, so when he says asakta, it is not running towards or it's not running away. It is understanding the value of things as they are. That detachment. Detachment is not running away, please. So generally, we take detachment to be staying away, not contacting. That is not detachment, please. Detachment is asaktaha, means detachment, non-attachment. Non-attachment means I am not having an exaggerated value. I am not going to invest my thoughts more than necessity. What is a thought investment required for that? That much of thoughts alone will be invested. Nothing more, nothing less. In any form, you make that investment of thought more than necessity. That's called attachment. So, non attachment means what? I'm going to invest as much as it requires. When you are there, you deal with it. When you are not there, what can you do? Hmm? There's a small surgery to be done for my daughter. Purni had a surgery a few years back. What can I do? Find out a concerned doctor, take her to the hospital, admit there, and then two are not allowed to stay, only one can stay. So between us, we have to make a choice. Either I have to stay or she has to stay. My wife has to stay. Who will stay there? I will stay. I said, you stay. Then what do you do? Go home. And do what? Get on with other things. Nobody knows. I had to go for the class. I went for the class. Finish the class, come back. As normal. What else can be done? What else you want me to do? Whatever has to be done is done. Now sitting at home and thinking, oh, what if something goes wrong? Will this happen? Will that happen? Is this, is that? Is it life threatening? Whether it is life threatening or not, even if it is life threatening, what can you do? You can't enter the surgery there. Now, you can't say, I am the most concerned about my daughter's welfare than you, doctor, therefore let me do the surgery. No. For the last, for the last, 25 years, he has been doing the surgery, no flaw. Does it mean the next surgery will be successful? Nothing is in your hands, right? What else can be done? In thinking, what can you do? I'm not talking about physically what you can do. I'm saying at thought level, what is possible, what is not possible. By you entertaining a thought, is it going to make any difference there? Our problem is, if I am not entertaining a thought, we take that as what? Huh? Huh? Detachment. Will you say that as detachment? In your house? Not concerned. Exactly. How can you be a heartless fellow? No? Technically, we call that as indifference. Such an indifferent fellow you are. Heartless fellow. That's the problem with all these Vedanta fellows, you know. Suddenly, everyone in Vedanta will become an issue. And suddenly, Vedanta will become a attack. All these Vedanta guys, you know, heartless fellows. The heart chakra, you know, was stuck there. When you study Vedanta, heart chakra will not function. It will not function unnecessarily. Non-attachment. Non-attachment. I'm not saying I'm non-attached or anything, okay? Maybe that is tamas also, indifference. Now, how do you distinguish between indifference and detachment? After doing all that can be done, everything that is possible to be done is done already. Nothing more possible. And then you don't entertain a thought. That is called detachment. Indifference is what? You don't do anything. Exactly. You don't do what is supposed to be done, and you do not entertain any thought. Indifference. Asakta is that. You see, if attachment were to be your natural state, huh, detachment becomes what? Painful, no? Isn't it? Because you are attempting to go into an unnatural state. If attachment is natural state, getting detached is unnatural. Anything you do that takes you away from your natural state creates more stress. Correct? Does detachment causes more stress to you or less stress to you? Get your own experience is the authority. You see? Then go one step further. Say, if attachment is a natural state to you, is detachment ever possible? Is it ever possible to get detached? Never it is possible. Nobody can get detached. If detachment itself is not possible, then opposite of indifference also not possible. So which means we are deleting both the possibilities. What is it, sir? Detachment is removed, indifference removed. Then what is real, sir? Only attachment is real. Is that true? It's not what our experience is. We have seen masters living proof of detachment. Right in front of our eyes, we can see people so detached. Not that they are indifferent, right? The detachment is there. Imagine a new car, buy, come out. There is a marking, one line, and you know the minimum cost will be around she knows 20,000. Guru Dakshina, you don't pay that much. La. Car, one marking. And you go take it to the garage, that fellow says what? I think we need to change the door. That's what they said, no? Run detachment. What? If a person would have solely attached to the car, what would have happened? They would have stopped the car there and started crying. She takes the car and comes and parks there in the thing, and she comes and sits in the class. Attend the class as usual. After the class, he is saying, today it happened. I got panic. It's not my car anyways. But then, the new car, brand new car. First thing I told her, you stop driving. That is what I told her. Stop driving. Today also I saw her driving and coming. I was so scared sitting in the car. If she comes and hits, detachment is what? The moment you hit the car, now what to do now? What to do now? What can you do? When you are buying the car, what you should do? Keep aside 2 lakhs per annum, depending upon the car, right? If it is Maruti 800, 250 rupees you can keep. Enough. Problem solved. We have all sorts of people in our class. Huh? One of our student, the beggar has to come and tell that fellow, please change your car. If you need finance, I'll give. Can you believe? Another specimen. Park the car on the road, goes to the office, comes out, car is missing. They went to the police station. They refused to take. They said, sir, this is not our department. You have to go for that antiques. Because that's the second car came to Bangalore. After 2 days, the same road, the fellow parked the car and went away. The fellow who took the car, would have tried his best. He understood, no point. All sorts of things. When you buy a car, what you do? That's detachment. You immediately understand what is possible, what is not possible. What has to be done has to be done. Nothing more, nothing less. That's called detachment. See, we think detachment means running away. That is not peace. It's not seeing. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. I don't touch it. I don't smell anything. That is not detachment, please. Running away is not detachment. Detachment is you invest whatever needs to be invested. Nothing more, nothing less. What has to be done will be done. More than that, you don't do. Asakta. He is the one detached. Anabhiswanga. With reference to what? Putra, Griha, Vishu. The son, wife, house, with all that. You maintain that dispossessive attitude towards your possessions. With all your possessions, what is your attitude? All that you claim as mine, mine, mine. What is your attitude towards that? The attitude of a jnani is a dispossessive attitude. Why he is having dispossessive attitude is because now all the thing that we want to possess immediately, I want to claim that I am the possessor. The putra, child, then wife, then house, etc. This is the worst type of possessiveness. My house. What is in that house is yours. What is the relationship you have with it? Very interesting to ask. What is my relationship with all this? Imagine somebody writes a name on the new car. How you feel? He says, wife, yes.
Why
Yes.
does that possessive attitude start? At least if it's a human being, it will reciprocate. But with the object, it will not reciprocate. But just putting your thoughts on it, why does this attitude happen?
See, why that is happening is because your thoughts were running there because internally there is a vacuum. And you have the genuine belief this vacuum is going to be filled by that object. I feel insecure,
Even with things.
right? So I think what? If I have that, then I'll feel secure. I feel unhappy inside. So I think if that happens, then I'll be happy. So I try to make it happen.
So what I mean is, even it doesn't depend on the cost. Like if you have a nice flower pot and it rains, you feel disturbed.
Yes. Why?
One things to be nice. Neat, clean, right?
There's a fundamental thought when you are having everything you buy. When you are buying everything, you have this notion of what? It is going to be there like that permanently. That permanency that you give to it, that's where the problem is. You see, your thought investment is more. You say, you made a wrong thought investment. What is a wrong thought invested? You believe that it is going to be there forever. It will be like this always. It will not be like that always. It will change. When it changes, the change can happen in any form, right? It can fade away, right? Or it can get dirty, or it can be broken also, isn't it? Like a lot of people, when you see them, coming with the dirty feet, sit on the sofa, cross-legged. அவ்வளவுதான். Be boiling inside. You know, steamலாம் வரும். Why? I have cleaned it. Therefore, is it a house or a museum? Everything should be there, untouched. Nothing should be touched. That's dangerous quality. See, of the most dangerous dimension of human life, perfection. See, I want perfection where? Outside. A person who is looking for perfection outside, their life is doomed. Their life is doomed. Anyone who comes in contact with them also doomed. It's like you are going in a car where the driver is fully drunk. You are sober. The driver is drunk. What are the chances of you reaching home safe? Hmm? You may reach home safe. In between, 4 5 fellows you have knocked off. Dangerous one. That's the problem of this possessiveness, this possessive attitude. You are getting a relationship. Remember, every relationship that you are having in life, this child or wife or husband, spouse, this friend, neighbor, everything is coming from only one source, one cause, one reason. All that is karma nimittam. Remember, that's a karma. That karma you have to wipe out. Till that karma stands, that relationship will be there. Once the karma is over, whatever be that relationship, it will go. Where are you going to claim it's my relationship? Mine, mine, mine. It's not yours. And karma, you have no clue what it is and how it is, how many janmas of work has done by this personality. So this personality cannot claim that ownership. You can't claim that possessiveness, this dispossessive attitude. So understand that all relationships are what? Karma nimitta. Once you understand that, then anabhis becomes easy. Otherwise, it's not possible. Yes.
So when you say karma nimittam, karma here means
Effect of all your past
all the
actions.
past actions.
All your past. Your past action is in the past you made one decision.
The ultimate possessiveness to boosting of ego.
Yes. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Possessiveness can boost your ego. Because bigger the things I possess, bigger I feel. Small car, small person. Big car, big person. That's why suddenly in India there is a lot of demand for XUV. Now the small car segment is out. People are not buying small car segment. Why they are not buying? Not that they don't need it. They don't want it. Why they don't want it? They don't feel big. That's why even a branded cars which are known for luxury vehicles, they're also coming up with small cars. I can have a small car, but the brand has to be what? Yeah. Have you ever thought of hatchback from BMW? Huh? Now suddenly why there is a BMW coming out with hatchback? What is the reason? There is a market. What is a market? Sir, people want small, but they want what? Brand name should be bigger. Car can be smaller, but the brand should be there. If the brand is not there, you're not interested. So why is it? Because you feel what? If I have a big brand car, then what I am? I am a big fellow. Like one person gave me, sunglasses, Louis Vuitton. I said, you keep it. Yeah, wait, take no. I said, see, everything should go along with that. Look, you can't have a sunglasses which is Louis Vuitton and drive. What is that? Tata, no, that Tata Indica. I was driving Tata Indica then. He said, how can I go and you come to my house? There's not even a sofa there. Huh? Bed is there, divan. I sleep in the afternoon there. And that's all you have. And suddenly you wear a sunglass, Louis Vuitton sunglass. Paithyana will do all that. Things should go, overall. You can't just have one aspect of it and then, suddenly you have this Armani. And next day you go with second sale with, Cotton World, not Cotton World, but sale they do, no? Have India brand. Export, sales. You go there, 400 rupees, buy that, put on. Next day you come and Armani. It doesn't go well. It should be what? Possessiveness also you should have as to with thoughtfully. Now the tragedy is we just keep things without understanding if I have a brand one, I am a big man. On your own, what are you? On your own, you are empty inside. When I say this, don't mistake it with other things, please. There are different rules to life. Don't take this itself to be the final picture. See, like when the paddy field, have you seen? When this paddy is growing, how does it grow? Straight and erect. Right? When it is ready for harvest, bent. After you have matured, you can afford to be simple. If Warren Buffett lives in that small apartment, you call that as what? Studio apartment, la? Studio apartment, the fellow is living. 3 bedroom. 3 bedroom, small only. It's a small house only, that's all it is. 3 bedroom house. Warren Buffett. Such a simple fellow, sir. I am also having 3 bedroom. You say what? Daridram. That's why you are like that for the last, 15 years, the same level. Huh? What are you? Useless fellow. Should grow, man. But Warren Buffett, you say what? What a simple fellow he is. If Rajinikanth comes without makeup, that is called greatness. Ishwaran comes without makeup. I'm also not wearing any makeup. I don't think any one of you have done any makeup for the class, at least. I hope so. Imagine. Rajinikanth comes now, this is great. If you come, but you have to become Rajinikanth for that to be called as greatness, please. You see, even to just a normal shirt and a trouser, something you just wear and go. After you have become a multimillionaire. If you are attempting to grow into a multimillionaire, then what do you have to do? Louis Vuitton. If not original, at least duplicate. Diamond studded. Enna diamond? Lab. Can you know the difference? Therima, yarga therima? Lab grown and the original diamond. How many of you know? One person knows. That I don't care. But how many are there? 20 people don't know. 1:20 is a ratio. That too, if I ask you to see from a distance, when you see, you will not make out. What is the problem? 10% of the cost. Get that, put on and go. Who cares? But everyone will think, what? Diamond? Huh? Say yes. The rules are different, remember. Right? The way you live. That's why this knowledge, difficult when it comes to application of it. A lot of people say, sir, I wanted to apply this knowledge, live this knowledge. Don't try to live it, please. Try to understand it fully. When you understand it fully, living will happen automatic. If you do not understand it fully, you will have half knowledge, and half knowledge when you try to live, you will make a mess of your life. So don't take this knowledge half-baked. Dispossessive attitude towards all your possessions. Wife, child, house. Wife now what? What you are wedded to. Child is a direct product. House is everything that is conducive for these two things to survive. Don't take it literally only these three. These three are symbolic. What you are married to, wedded to, means wife is anything that you are connected to. Wedded to means what? Anything that you come in contact with. That's called wife. That's the meaning here. Wedded means that. Son is the product of that association. Then as a byproduct of that, you get something. Adan Griha. House. What is a house? Byproduct. One is a direct product, another one is a byproduct. Incidentally. Incidental relationship. That which is giving a basic platform for these two to exist. All that is called a Griha. House. So what are the things in life? So only three things are happening in your life. You are contacting. As a result of that contact, two things happen. One is a direct product, another one is a byproduct. You are having a possessive attitude towards all that. That's what he says. As Anabhishwanga. Towards everything. So fundamentally, you have this I am, and then you have the notion mine. Ahamta buddhi and mamata buddhi. I am is the first thought. Then mine. All this is mine. Dada says he doesn't have both. He doesn't have all this. And Jnani. Jnani is one who should develop that attitude. Develop this attitude of dispossessiveness. That mindness in every relationship. Possessiveness means mindness. And it is difficult for you to claim mindness over human beings. Because mindness means what? Means what?
Control, I am superior.
I control it. I control you. How a human being will allow that? To what extent a human being will allow? A fellow human being will not allow to be controlled. Therefore, what do we do now? Pets. Instead of being a parent to a human, now you have become a parent to animals. That's why now you can't call them, pet to owners. Now you have to say pet parents. Unbelievable. Even that animal will not allow you to claim beyond a point. So what do we do? Gardening. Rose flower. Gardening. Why do you do gardening? Suddenly. Not that you are a farmer. Farmers are not doing that job. You are doing that. You have studied IT. Go for that. Fellow says, no. I've dropped that. Now I have become a full-time farmer. I earn more money, sir. I don't care whether you earn more money or less money. Then why did you study IT then? Somebody else would have studied, no, that seat. The seat would have gone to one more person, right? You have occupied that seat. And now you're saying what? And you think you are doing some great thing. See, any meaning? As a hobby we are doing after retirement. Why do you do that? Nobody talks to me in the house. Therefore, have a pet. Anyway, the pet also is not talking to you. It's only barking at you. And they genuinely think it is conversing, It's unbelievable. And they claim that pet understands. I have not seen a house where not a single anyone had a dog here. Not bad. You still have? You are not, I know, not there. But you used to think, no? Whatever I am talking, it understands. And talk Vedanta, no? Does it understand? It doesn't understand. It just understands the tone. Does it understand the word meaning sit? No. It just understands the tone. That's why anybody says sit, it will sit. Amazing. And teach English, no. It understands, right? What it understands. And they speak, actually they speak. They literally sit and have a conversation with the dog. I can't believe it. It amazes me. And you may be wondering, how is it possible, sir? I said, that's what I am doing every Sunday. Nobody understands. But you talk, no. That's what I told myself. How are they? I used to wonder, how can they go on talking as though, actually the dog is listening? I say, then I told myself, you idiot. What are you doing? You're also talking as though you know. They are also listening as though they are listening. As though they are understanding. I'm speaking as though I know what I'm talking. You're also listening as though you're understanding what I'm talking. Both are not happening, but the transaction happens, no? Same way it's happening there also. What's the problem, man? Those who cannot claim over all this go to object. Absolutely dependent on you. If I place it there, it will be there. No, it will not move unless and until I take it. It's totally dependent. Perfect marriage. What is a perfect marriage? Made for each other. Means what? One person wants to control, another person says, I allow you to control. All the fights that you are having is what? Only one question. Who is to control? And always the fight is towards what, sir? I control. I decide, you do. Who decides? Who does? I have to decide, you have to do. As long as you are willing to do whatever I decide, then we have a perfect relationship, harmonious relationship. Best relationship is between who? Not deaf and dumb. Deaf and dumb are no relationship. One fellow is a sadist, another person is a
Messages.
masochist. Correct. A relationship between a sadist and a masochist, best marriage. Complete that is. One wants to dominate, another loves to be dominated. Best marriage alone. But is it possible? Everyone wants to claim what? One day you, one day me. One day you, one day me. Morning you, evening me. It will not work. All relationship problems today in the world is why? Singular reason for all relationship problems is what? Possessiveness. Possessiveness means what? I want to control. Is it a struggle between husband and wife? Struggle between parent and child. Child want to parent the parent. Parents want to parent the child. Repeat. It never happens. Teacher student struggle. Who controls? I control. A teacher says, in the classroom you do all that. Final exam you have to come to me, no? 10 marks is in my hands. You see, come there. A controlling factor. The desire to control is the root of possessiveness. And anything that you want to control, you don't understand, that is actually controlling you. The one who claims I am the possessor is the one who is possessed. And your naivety, you believe that you are the possessor and that is possessed. It's amazing. You think, the pets are dependent on you. Pets are not dependent. You are dependent. You imagine all the dogs were out. Will they suffer? No dog has come to your doorstep and said, please take care of me. No dog has come. We go and pick it up. Leave them alone. They are far better. They know how to live their life. I see. Your stupidity you don't understand. Husky the fellow brings to Bangalore. A fellow is enjoying there in the snow, minus 30, rolling. Bring that fellow to Bangalore. And that innocent animal, you see. So people ask me, do you don't like dogs? I love dogs, but I hate dog owners. The one who is holding the dog, no? I hate that fellow. For you to claim, you see, because in your house, when you come back from office, nobody is welcoming you. In fact, they are worried why you are back already. You're supposed to come 10 o'clock, no? No, today office got over early, so I came. Everybody goes. One pink creature comes running towards you. That shows what quality you are. When you enter the house, people should come towards you, not run away from you. People are running away from you. Understand something wrong. What is that? Possessiveness. Drop that possessiveness. Nityam Samachittatvam. Another beautiful quality. Even mindedness. Nityam. Always. Samachitta. Samachitta is even mindedness. Always in that state of even mindedness. Means not affected by the external influences, external situations, the vicissitudes of nature doesn't come and affect your mental equanimity. That's what he calls. Why he is not affected by that? Because he has that knowledge. What is the knowledge he has? I can't control the external happenings, but I can control my reaction. My reactions is in my control, but the happening is not in my control. Learn from politicians. They win the election. When they lose the election, we accept the verdict as though you have a choice. You see, you should say, no, we are accepting that, sir, because you have a choice. There's no choice there. Right? Anyway, you're lost. After losing election, what are you going to say? They are accepting the verdict. If you have accepted the loss, the next time you should not contest, no? They contest again. Correct? Doesn't affect. You say anything, they don't get affected. Be a politician, diplomat, not to be affected by whatever happens, because they have fitted a fantastic shock absorbers in the car. They have a very good shock absorbers. So once you have the shock absorbers in the car, then what happens? External road conditions doesn't affect the comfort of your driving. Comfortably you can travel. Imagine if there is no shock absorber, what will happen? Back pain. You get back pain. It's not danger. The way you receive the external situations is what he is referring here. Samachittatva. Samachittatva. Because the world will provide all sorts of situations will come. All sorts of scenarios will come. Don't get affected by it. Life is full of all this. So you say, why it is all mixed up? Why you face situations which are high and low, high and low, high and low? All the situations that is coming to you is all creation of your own karma. In the past, you have done good karma. In the past, you have done bad karma. You have acquired punya as well as papa. So, punya 50, papa 50. So, what is that? Mixed only will come. It's not only problem. Nor you are having all good happening. No. Good, there is bad. Good, bad happening. Why that mixed? It's all mixed because of your own past action. He understands that. Since he understands, he says what? Let me not be affected. These are all my own creation. Ishtam, Anishtam. Ishtam and Anishtam will come. What is preferred, what is not preferred will come towards you. So the person understands that. Right. So he is not affected. He is not affected by Ishtam or Anishtam. See more next class.